Good evening, everybody. It is 1st of September, and we are going to do our gold analysis for tomorrow, which is 2nd of September 2024. So let's start off with the daily. When we look at the daily time frame, daily has been pushing down, and we see a support being created on the daily time frame. You can look at the support on the daily time frame and a resistance on the daily time frame. We're going to mark it for you. When we look on the 4 hour time frame, when we look on the 4 hour time frame, the daily, the good evening, everybody. We are here to do our gold analysis for 2nd of September, which is on Monday. So when we start off with the daily time frame, or let's go to the weekly time frame, we see that gold has been pushing up for the previous week, and we see a bearish candle which has been formed. When we look on the daily time frame, daily has broken below support, and we have the next support which is on 20, which is 2484.09, and we see a resistance over here which is 2522.08. When we look on the 4 hour time frame, we see a resistance being formed and a support being formed on the 4 hour time frame. We can draw this over here. So we see a support and a resistance being formed on the 4 hour time frame. When we look on the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour, so 1 hour resistance. So when we look on the when we look onto our bias, we see a heavy push down on the 1 hour. But when we look on the 4 hour time frame, this 4 hour has closed above this support. That means we have to push up, but we don't know where the 4 hour is going to take support from. It might take support from here, or it might take support from anywhere it wants. We are not actually focusing on the buys. We are more likely to focus on sells on gold, because 1 hour has to create some sort of support in order for price to continue to push down. When we see a resistance over here, and we see another resistance over here. Notice that we are not focusing on buys, but when we focus on buys, we can see when we drop down to the 30-minute time frame, we see some sort of a support, and we see some sort of a resistance. So when we so yeah, we might see very less volume in Asian session, or we might see bulk of volume in Asian session. But our main goal is to sell, right? Because once the 1 hour has created some sort of a support from here or anywhere else, we are going to take a sell to fill this clean range. Or when we are looking for buys, we could look for buys above this area. But we're going to see what London session has to give, because if the London session is going bearish or bullish, then we have to see the next daily candle. Either it has to fill this wick. We don't know if the daily candle is going to fill this wick or it is going to push up, but the candle has closed below support, so it is most likely to fill this wick, or it can push up. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, we don't actually look on the 15-minute time frame because it is a low confirmation time frame. But when we look on the 15-minute time frame, we see some sort of uh, support over here on the 15-minute time. No, not support. I'm very sorry about that. We see some sort of a resistance on the 15-minute time frame, and we we see this on the 15-minute time frame. Anything closing above this, we can take a buy to fill this 60-59 pip range over here. But I would like to see some sort of support for price to continue to push down, or let's we don't know what is going to happen, but I would like to see some sort of support. I would like to see sells on gold. So this is my plan for 1st of September. All right, good night, see you, stay hard, stay disciplined,